wanted to go.
No, what did you get?
Chicken. Teriyaki chicken.
Isn't that all they have?
Yeah.
No.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to your favorite clown podcast, where we don't upload for 4 months at a time. We're not good at this. We're clowns.
Nobody said anything about clowns.
Yeah, was that the joke?
Yeah,
We're clowns.
We're clowns who don't upload for like 4 months and then just come back and think we're gonna still have people interested. So
We had to let the views kind of stack up first.
Yeah, everyone was just catching up on the catalog.
yeah. We're keeping them guessing.
We've just been getting people's opinions on the previous podcast to see where we wanted to go in the future.
Right.
Yeah, we were totally doing market research.
Yeah, that whole 4 months we were gone, non-stop research.
It was like our full-time job.
Yeah, I quit my job. I'm just kidding. I would never. Not for this.
Unless we get like $1 million donation.
Yeah, if
That'd be great.
Maybe we should start a Patreon. Put that on the pencil
list.
that in. Yeah,
I'll do some market research on that.
Yeah. You know, maybe we're coming back to it soon. Maybe we didn't take enough time off. Now we're back at it again. We're an evening with the boys, and this is the evening, and we're the boys. So
That's us.
we got Steven, we got Jason, we got Brian, we got Austin, and I'm one of your 5 clown hosts, Jared. So
I feel like I've lost hearing since then. I can tell.
since the last time we did a podcast.
Yeah. Let's go get that checked out.
I listening to too loud of music. Or...
No.
Get hit in the head by golf balls a little too much.
No, never. I never been hit.
Never been hit?
Not yet.
For
I don't
the-
want to get hit. If I get hit, that whole
Wait,
place is going under.
are you in the cart?
Yeah.
you-
And they make me wear a helmet. I knew you would laugh.
No,
I knew
it's
you would
funny.
laugh.
It's funny. Like,
Yeah.
Hey,
because I
it's
thought
necessary.
I thought you're in a cage. Like, aren't you already safe?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't. It's silly.
They just want.
They want me to wear.
They want you
a
to protect
helmet.
your head.
They want you to wear a mask for 2 weeks and then no mask.
Let's get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump into some questions. I guess get the ball rolling.
All right. So we've got user Cream Puff 1421,
Okay.
and she
Whoa.
she asks
They asks.
they. Who am I to assume?
This person.
They say there's a large cockroach outside my room. Help. I, a 19-year-old female, am currently alone in our house, and my phone shuts off. There's a big old cockroach outside my room, and I'm deathly afraid of these creatures. I can't squash it because I'm too scared to go near it. I do have an insecticide spray, but I'm afraid spraying it will make it fly because it won't die immediately.
Fly.
Yeah, the cockroach is going to fly.
Fly?
I honestly have no clue. I have to use the bathroom soon, and I accidentally brought my canned tuna in a bowl.
What?
It is making my room smell unpleasant. Man, I just want to go out to eat and take a shower. No one is coming until tomorrow. How do I get rid of this thing? Please help. She really throws you with that tuna.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. Well, I'm not. I mean, I wasn't sure of the significance of it. But
It smells bad.
yeah. You live in your room now. I'm sorry. You just live there.
It
now.
was a cry for help.
Here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to take your bowl of tuna. It loves tuna. It loves tuna. You're going to want to take it and separate it into 2 different bowls. One of the bowls you're going to spray insecticide into it, and the other one you're not. You're going to invite it in and say, "Would you like a bowl of tuna?" I think you understand the rest.
Oh, I see. I see.
Oh, that's right. You murder the cockroach.
Whoa.
Yeah. Good solution.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Technically, she said she would squash it if she could.
Yeah.
She just doesn't.
Yeah,
want
she's all
to.
for the murder. She
yeah.
just can't do it herself because she's scared.
I mean,
That's even worse.
like, how high can you jump? Because you could, like, as
or
somebody.
how fast can you run?
Yeah. Are you a triathlete?
I also want to know what type of resources she has in this room besides the tuna, because maybe she
good
could
point.
like fashion a suit of armor out of pillows or something.
Well, that's a good idea. My thought was just throw a blanket over it, but I like your suit of armor idea. Like, you could throw a blanket over it, but then you have like that unknown feeling of like
Maybe
where
it got
exactly
away.
it is. Yeah. And that, as somebody who is afraid of spiders, like, I don't like spiders. I hate
mean,
spiders.
What you could do is you could like take out part of your window and then just use that to cover it instead, and then you could see it.
like the screen.
Yeah.
Take out
yeah,
the
you
window.
could, but
What if it's a blistery winter morning though?
oh,
You're gonna
man.
want to put on like your onesie or
I
something.
don't know.
Podcast.
So yeah, as somebody who is afraid of spiders, like, I think something that I do is I just see red and I just like go after it. Like, I hate them, but like I would much rather like try to go at it than it just disappearing and me
Oh, yeah.
not knowing where
Yeah,
it is.
you got to just keep it in your eyesight, and you're like, it's me or you, buddy.
Yeah.
It's more scared of you. Probably not.
I didn't know there was a flying element.
Yeah, it can fly.
To
Yeah.
all of them?
Yep.
All of them. Dang.
Wow.
Well, the only fact I knew about it is that they can survive nuclear.
I think they'd rather crawl though.
During a nuclear
During a
explosion.
nuclear- yeah.
Oh,
Stay
they-
low
they
to the
rather
ground.
crawl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stay
The
low to the
radiation
ground. Yeah.
the radiation rises.
Right, radiation. Yeah, stay low to the ground if you're near an A-bomb. I don't know. You either got to run really fast, jump really high, or
But then they'd have to just move out of their room. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
that cockroach is just going to take up camp in your room.
Do we get real answers too, or
You
not?
could call pest control.
Well, then I thought the blanket
yeah.
was a decent idea. It's just you wouldn't know where it was.
I've actually
That's the
dealt
problem.
with cockroaches a little bit.
Have you?
Yes. So the thing you want to do is there's probably going to be more of them. You do want to poison it, let it die, leave it there. The other cockroaches will come and eat it, take it back, and then the nest will die.
Right outside the room?
Yeah, you just leave it where it's at.
I wouldn't want to do that. Leave it right outside the room?
Yeah.
Even if it's dead?
Uncle Sue and Aunt Tom will come and eat him up, and
Are they fast moving? Like, are they like, oh, he's dead, let's go get him?
That's even
it's usually within a day.
That's even more terrifying though. I would rather throw it away and deal with the consequences than know that other ones are going to come.
I mean, I guess you could make like a little tiny house for it, so that they can come.
Why
and,
couldn't
like,
you kill it, pick it up, and put it somewhere more convenient?
Yeah.
Could you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
wherever it's like localized?
Well, because I know that's what you do with ants, right? Like, you poison them and then they take it back to the
Yeah.
colony and
Yep.
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah. Nice.
Man, all right. Well, good
Bugs are
luck.
freaks.
Yeah.
Good
Good,
luck.
luck.
Bugs.
I feel for you because, I don't like spiders. So every time I see one, I freak out. I don't think Steven ever, when we were living together, I don't think you ever saw me deal with a spider, but I don't like them.
I can't deal with them at all, but
So-
it's like, I have to.
Exactly. You see red.
Yeah.
Like that's,
There were a handful of occasions. There were at least 3 times that there was a wasp in the kitchen,
wasps, I don't mind.
and then there were a few
Wasps
times
scare me.
that wasps were in the bathroom. I think they were getting into
Yeah.
like the air vent.
Yeah, no, there wasn't there
one time where you
times.
were like in the shower?
I was in the shower
Yeah.
and a wasp, I saw it flying above the curtain, and I just calmly finished my shower, got out of there, and then we got some of that spray, and then we sprayed the vent.
Yeah, I found it later.
Eventually, that dealt with it, but
I hate bugs.
Imagine living in Australia where the spiders are the size of dinner plates.
I literally
Huntsman
could.
spider.
I just can't ever live in Australia. Like,
No, I don't think I'd be able to sleep in Australia.
no.
Like
No.
they say, like in Australia, when you just like get in your car, the huntsman spider, which is freaking huge, will just like sometimes they'll just like fall from the top and just like onto your lap and just like I would just be petrified.
yeah,
That
I'm so done.
that literally that literally happened to me. Not with a huntsman spider, obviously, but I was at work and I was leaving work and it was pouring rain, like one of the kind where if you're outside for a second you're drenched. And I ran to my car and a spider fell from my visor like into my lap and I didn't see where it went. I got out of my car and my coworker saw me just like dancing in the rain, like getting soaked. And it was one of those like where my heart rate just went like through the roof. So I'm like standing outside my car pacing and it's like pouring down rain and I don't care. I'll get wet. I don't care.
I think one of the worst occasions for me is like if you're like walking in the dark and you feel yourself like walk through a heavy web or something.
Yeah, and you don't know.
Yeah, you just don't know if you walk through a huge spider or anything.
Well, I'm pretty sure I've shared this story before, but you know, like I went to the ER because of a spider bite.
Yeah, I
Like
remember that.
we were at 70s reunion and we were playing on the mattresses and I took my shoes off. A spider got into my shoe. I put my shoe on. It bit me and like you could see the venom like crawling up my legs. And so my parents took me to the ER. I was in the ER for 7 hours because it wasn't like a big, it was just, and the nurse would just come out every hour and like draw on my leg, like to see the progression of like the venom going up. And the only thing I had was like my dad's flip phone and a golf game. And it was the worst experience. So that probably feeds into my spider phobia, but
I had a pretty bad spider bite, but it wasn't like bad venom or anything that I was dealing with. But the bites got like really infected.
Oh
and
yeah,
I
like
had to
the
go on
area.
antibiotics and everything. Yeah,
it's the worst. I think that's all they did for me.
Yeah.
They put me on an IV and then they just gave me some antibiotics, but
Not
hated it.
Not a spider, but kind of along the same lines. I think my worst experience, I was on my motorcycle on the highway, and I was just like on my way home from work.
Ooh.
And I'm just enjoying it. I got Bluetooth speaker. I'm listening to music in my helmet, and just on the right side of my eye, I see like a little black dot going into my view on the inside of the visor.
I mean, yeah, I would die.
It was totally a bee. I just flipped up my helmet and I left it up for like 20 seconds and I flipped it down, hoping it was gone, and it was gone. But just the fact that it was in there.
That's
But I'm sure they're
terrifying.
friendly. Like they won't sting you.
You could have been on 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah. Bee got in my helmet and I fell over.
Yeah. No bugs. No bugs.
I asked my mom, who was like terrified of spiders, like if she would rather skydive or like handle a spider or like a tarantula, and she's like, "Oh, I'd have to do a tarantula."
really.
I would skydive. Like no joke.
Rather than handle a tarantula.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
I would
Skydiving
skydive.
sounds fun.
But, well, I'm 50-50 on skydiving. Like, I watch those videos of like Yes Theory of like going up to strangers and being like, if I pay for it, like, will you go skydiving right now? Like, leave what you're doing. And in my head, I would like to say I would do it. Like, if that happened to me. But at the same time, it's, skydiving.
Well, I think
so.
a big problem for me and probably a lot of us is we're gonna be bigger than anyone who's
Oh yeah.
taking a
There's
step.
a 220 pound weight limit, I think.
Yeah, so I can't even do it.
Yeah, I would have to like lose weight. I'd
Yeah.
have to like actually like train for it. But
Right, Brian?
but if I had that issue, like if I didn't have that, if I was able to do it, I might do it. Like
I would be terrified, but I would feel much better in the air falling than in the plane about to get out.
The plane is probably the worst part.
Yeah.
I can't
Oh,
say
yeah.
it, but yeah.
I will say, I would rather skydive than do bungee jumping.
I would too.
Yeah.
Because I was watching The Amazing Race, and like all these people had to bungee jump to go to the next level or whatever, and it's just like the unknown of like just I don't know. Like I went ziplining or whatever, and just like it's just so awkward, like leaning on the edge and just letting go and letting something like save your life. So like bungee jumping is just like you have to dive straight down and just expect at some point that this thing is gonna yank you back up before you hit the ground.
Well, and I feel like I would trust like skydiving professionals more than bungee
Yeah, I
jumping
would.
professionals,
I
because
would too.
like somebody who is like a skydiving tandem jumper probably has to do it like 1,000 times before you can do it with someone. So
No offense, but people who operate the bungee jumping stuff just seem like the teenagers at amusement parks.
yeah, unless you go to like a super like expensive professional
Yeah.
place, then none of those like side of the road bungee things. Anyway,
Or you could just buy some bungees and start linking them up and just jump.
yeah, just go for it.
Yeah. No, somehow on like Instagram Reels, it shows me just extreme sports now.
Sure.
And half of it is just like crazy jumps out of planes and crazy bungee jumps and everything. And it's like, man, I wish I could do that, but at the same time, like
That's
one of the people that I've watched a video of is probably going to die at some point doing something crazy.
really.
Yeah. It's just like,
It's the people who do like the not the hang gliding, but the wing thing.
yeah, the
where you, like,
wingsuit thing.
Yeah, you like fly through the mountains. like
I
this.
watched a documentary of a guy who died doing that, and it was a guy and his buddy, and they both went, and something went wrong with his buddy, and he watched him die, and then he had to like stay focused.
Oh, so he
And
could survive.
Yeah,
too.
so that he
Yeah.
could get to the ground. So there's GoPro footage of him watching his friend die, and then him like having a panic attack like while having to fly down and that I was like, okay, maybe I don't want to do any extreme sports,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean anything could go wrong for
But
anything.
watching those Red Bull videos, like the people who professionally do it, there's nothing
Yeah.
like watching one of those and making you want to do it.
Yeah.
One
exactly.
extreme thing that looks really fun to me is like the longboarding down like really long roads.
Oh yeah, like,
Man.
Like
mountainside
it's still
stuff.
really scary, but like it looks super
Yeah.
fun. Like when the real professionals do it.
I can
Yeah.
just see myself with
Wiping
like a
out.
death wobble going like 90 miles per hour and just like and then
Tumbling down.
yeah, then you're
Yeah.
gone.
Well,
That would
yeah.
suck.
like when I was longboarding with Brian and Matt, like those things could go up to the electric ones could go up to like 20 miles an hour, and we would kind of push that, but like my legs every once in a while, like going down a big hill, like it would just kind of get a little weak, and I'm like, I don't know about this, and it's just like a neighborhood hill that you're going past down.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm like, I just don't trust myself enough.
Me neither.
I tried riding one of the. Well, Brian took me out to a parking lot, and I just could not like trust it enough. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It took me like a whole day to just get to where I can just kind of coast.
I mean,
And then-
when we used to do the podcast at your guys' old place, like a few times we went out to your guys' neighborhood and I rode up and down that
Yeah.
street, and
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But like we were saying earlier, like tall people just have a bigger issue with like balance and equilibrium.
The ground is just so much farther
It's
away.
so much further away.
Man.
And that stuff always scared me when I was doing like mountain hiking, because sometimes you're on a bit of an edge or a cliff or something, and you look down and you're like, man, am I having equilibrium problems? And
Yeah.
you know, it's scary,
I
but
am the mountain.
And that's the thing with some of those extreme like skateboarders or longboarders is a lot of them are shorter and they can get pretty low and just
Yeah.
have that easy balance. and everything.
exactly. I feel like
Yeah.
some of those like X Games type of things are for smaller people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't see people
Well-
our size doing those things.
How tall is Tony Hawk though? Like, isn't he pretty?
Nowhere near as tall as we are, I don't think. Well,
Yeah, I
maybe
know that,
maybe
but he seems pretty tall.
maybe
though.
close to 6 foot.
Yeah,
Like he might be close, but I mean, like
How tall is Tony Hawk?
for a second, I was like, you said Stark wrong. He's 6'3".
yeah.
What?
I saw a video of
Dang.
him not too long ago, and I was like, he's pretty tall.
That is about our height. I didn't think he was that tall. Dang. I like Tony Hawk. Well, we kind of went on a
That turns
little
into
trip
something.
there.
It was a very high adrenaline.
I mean, it was a good conversation. I wasn't
There you go.
expecting it, but all right, we're gonna do another poll segment. We're gonna I'm gonna give these guys a question with a bunch of different options for the answers, and they're gonna try to guess what they think the most popular answer was. This one might be similar to the one we did last time, but it's
All right.
a little different. So this is pretty generic, but I thought the options were pretty funny. So
right.
I'm curious what you guys think is going to be the most voted on. So this is a pretty generic. Which crappy superpower do you prefer? Option 1. You can spawn 30 lizards every Wednesday to tuck you in at night. Only on Wednesdays. You can hover 1 inch off the ground. That's it. You can conjure a very small wind current from the palm of your hand. So I don't like
Just
you
like a breeze.
blow out candles. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know. You can manipulate cheese with your mind.
Can we go into detail on that one?
We'll come back to
Okay.
it. You can talk to flies. And then finally, you can make somebody sneeze by pointing at their face only 3 times a day. So, Steven, you wanted to talk about the cheese. What's your idea of the cheese?
I want to know what the extent of manipulating the cheese is.
I think it's like physically. Just
Can
could
you
you, like-
change cheeses? Can you make it look different?
I think
Age the cheese.
I
Can you
think
make it bigger or smaller?
it says it's a crappy superpower. So in my head, even being able to like physically manipulate cheese is still pretty decent. Like you could do a lot with just being able to like move cheese, right?
That satisfies my answer.
Well, that's what you would choose.
No.
Or
Would you
I
make
just-
it bigger?
You could. I think if there's a piece of American cheese right in front of you, you could like pick it up and make it fly in someone's face, or you could like mold it into something. Like you could just manipulate it somewhere.
Or like change it into a different cheese.
But then, are we getting into a situation where you could manipulate the cheese? Like you could step on a piece of cheese and manipulate it to make you fly.
Huh.
I don't know about
That's
that.
Like video game exploits.
Yeah, like a suit of
Yeah.
cheese. Like
Sweet. I like where your head's at.
So yeah, say you line your suit with cheese, like not a suit
Yeah,
of
yeah.
cheese, but you line your suit with cheese.
Iron Man. Terry Man.
Yeah, Gouda man.
The cheese.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you could get a pretty profitable business going with the cheese.
Yeah.
If you just buy a bunch of cheap cheddar
Mm-hmm.
and then change it to a different, like,
What if
more
you could-
aged cheese that you could flip?
Is that
and
can you
sell
manipulate
for-
it that way though?
I don't know.
Like, do you? I mean, I guess you could. This is kind of there was no extra information, so like aging the cheese could be part of the superpower, but
yeah.
I don't know. Also, can you solve your like lactose intolerance?
That's a business.
Yeah. Could you? Well, would you have to like come to the person and be like, I'll
could you-
take all the cheese out of your body?
Could you manipulate it to make it healthy like a fruit?
What do you mean,
That's
like
interesting.
the molecular structure
Yeah.
of the cheese?
Yeah, making it healthy. Like it tastes the same, it feels the same.
I don't think you can
everything.
create.
No, you wouldn't. You're not creating it. You're just manipulating it to make it healthy.
But how would you manipulate?
You're making, like, fake synthetic cheese. if you're doing that.
But
Yeah,
can
but
you,
it's the same.
but you can only manipulate cheese. So if it's not cheese,
No, it's
then
still
you can't
cheese.
manipulate
It's
it.
still cheese.
But
It's
you just
healthy.
said you would make it not cheese.
No. You make it not unhealthy.
Not,
So you just make the cheese healthy.
what's the unhealthy part of cheese?
The
Like,
lactose.
Yeah. So if that part is taken out of cheese, is that still cheese?
Yeah.
Is it though?
But no.
I want
But I'm not
everybody's
talking about that.
opinion
I'm just saying.
No, I'm not shooting you down. I'm
changing
just trying
the
to figure it
structure or
out.
anything. Just manipulate it to make it like it's just boom healthy.
But that's the problem, though. If you change it to be healthy, is it still cheese? Because if you like, would you say vegan cheese is like cheese?
No.
But I'm not talking about vegan cheese. I'm just talking about the same cheese, but just healthy.
I don't know, Steven.
Okay. Imagine a world where fruit was unhealthy.
Okay.
Well, if you eat too much of it.
Like it's sugar, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So then we just make it into fruit that we know. So it's healthy. We need to move on from cheese. There's other superpowers.
Like cheese is the most interesting because there's
Yeah.
a lot of applications
Yeah.
to it, but
And manipulating in such a narrow.
like it just says you can manipulate cheese with your mind. That's all the information I have.
It's like it's saying it's a sinister thing, like you're manipulating.
Yeah, like, I'm making that cheese do what I want it to do.
Yeah.
But
gonna do my dirty work.
but my question is like, can I make like boots out of cheese
Yeah.
and then like fly around?
Oh.
Because if I can manipulate cheese with my mind, I can make the cheese fly as high as I want. And if I'm on top of the cheese,
So you're just taking for granted that you can make the cheese fly, but you don't think we can age the cheese?
I didn't say you couldn't age the cheese. That was an aspect of it that I didn't consider. So I was surprised. I'm not saying you can't do it.
Okay.
I just, like, when I think manipulate cheese with my mind, I'm
boots.
thinking of, like, the Force or something. Like, being able to, like,
Yeah.
move the cheese with my mind or something. So in my head, I'm like, well, I can make the cheese fly up in the sky. And if I'm holding on to it, then
like a magic carpet of cheese.
You're like
Yeah.
Magneto, but with cheese.
I'm like Willy Wonka. But
Oh
with
yeah,
cheese.
it's like cheese Magneto.
Yeah,
there we go.
Cheese Nito.
That'd be pretty cool.
Well, you
Neato.
wouldn't want to fly around when it's too hot out. It's in the cheese and melt.
You have a high
But could I?
content
But
of
could I? Oh man, could if you could still manipulate melted cheese? Then you're like a freaking water bender, but like with cheese. Like it's a liquid, but it's cheese, right?
I'm a cheese
Yes.
vendor.
Yeah, like
Yes.
yeah, like nacho cheese. Like you could make a nimbus cloud of nacho cheese and fly around, right?
That sounds nasty.
that does sound nasty, but I mean,
But, I mean,
the
it's
price
something.
we pay, right? For free travel. Yeah. What do you think about the spawning 30 lizards every Wednesday to tuck
That's
you
just
in?
trash.
Dead. Just imagine it being dead quiet, and then you hear just a bunch of footsteps headed towards your
terrifying
bed.
footsteps.
But it says specifically just to tuck you in.
I know. And they all just like gather around on top of you as they pull the sheets up.
But only on Wednesday.
Mark that on my calendar.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be something to look forward to. Like, oh, it's Wednesday. I get to be tucked in.
It's Lizard Day.
Yeah, it's Lizard Day.
Maybe if they play me a song too, or
Yeah, that'll help you fall asleep. The best sleep of your life.
Yeah, every Wednesday, best sleep of your life.
The wind from your palms interested me, and I just wanted to double check on like the amount of pressure of wind.
I in my head when I read it, it was like enough wind to like blow out a candle.
Oh, that'd
'Cause
be dope.
It says
Magic career.
A small wind current from your palm. So a small wind current, yeah, enough to blow out a candle, or I don't know, push like a plastic cup off the table or something like that. I don't know. So you would be an airbender.
I could do that with my
Yeah.
mouth.
You could,
That's
but you
true.
could do it with your hand.
Guys, I just did it.
Yeah, actually, I'd say probably the same amount that you could blow like out of your mouth
Yeah, but just out of your
with your hand.
But constant.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah.
That's what it says. I mean.
Your
I'm gonna go with talking with flies.
talking with flies.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that freak you out?
No,
though?
because you could use them as like little spies.
Yeah, imagine the information you could get.
Oh, that's
from a-
true. Actually, oh,
I was
didn't even
thinking
think
it.
about that.
I could just tell them to go away.
But no, I was gonna
Why?
say though,
That's true.
it says you can talk to flies, but what if they like?
Yeah,
they don't have to do what you
Oh.
say.
Oh, that's true. They hate you.
I know. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking like, I could talk to them, and then they turn out to be jerks.
Hey, little fly, can you go get the answer for this test? No.
Get a load of this idiot.
He's telling me what to do, and then they bring more friends. And they come.
Yeah.
So it's not an Ant-Man situation.
No. Well, it says you can talk to him. Maybe there's nice flies out there.
Fly man.
Yeah.
I mean, they only live for what, like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to make the most out of their life.
But that's the other thing, though. There's so many. Like, all of them talking to you at once. If you can't control them, you'd go crazy. like, what if you went to, like a park or something, and there's a bunch of flies, and they're all, like...
What about all those people in the park, too, talking?
True, but, I mean, if you,
Drive you crazy.
walk into, like, a... Like gnats
flies
or
on.
something? Do gnats count?
That makes me want to get the
No.
lizards more than the flies now.
Yeah, I
That's
think
pretty
the
down
flies
there.
would freak me out more, to be honest.
Flies are stupid. Let's just say that.
It's probably going
Not
to be
the
between
ability,
like
just-
hovering. It might be hovering.
Yeah, what would you do though? You could
I'd
hover
scare
an inch.
so many people.
Yeah, I guess you could just work as like a special effects artist or something.
Well, hovering an inch could also like just take some pressure off your legs and just.
Oh, that's
like,
true.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hover.
Yeah, that's true. An inch, I guess.
You'd probably get great sleep if you hovered while you slept.
Now, are you able to glide? Like, or is it just
Yes.
hovering? So,
As long as it doesn't go higher than
So
an
you-
inch.
so
well, you
you're-
can jump, but then you just have that threshold.
oh,
of an inch.
that's true.
Oh,
so
you
if
could you could run around at a skate park and then just like act like you're jumping on a skateboard, but it's like a hoverboard, but there's no board.
Also,
Yeah.
I was thinking only of standing up, but yeah, you could hover like laying down, like an inch off your bed or
Yeah.
something. Like, yeah,
That'd
that'd,
be
be
great
pretty sweet.
sleep.
Actually,
You would never have
No
a
pressure.
terrible
Yeah.
time going sledding.
Oh
ever.
yeah. Oh, no.
But
No
would
back-
you
no
need to
back
be
problems.
conscious to use it, though? What
That
if
is
you
a good,
were unconscious and
thing.
just like felt?
I don't know. I think the stuff we were talking about doing with cheese. I think if you want to be unconscious and hover, I think go for it.
Yeah.
Because like you can take all that pressure off your back and like you
You'd
were
be
saying,
sleeping
like,
on a
it'd be-
cloud.
It'd be nice. Yeah.
exactly.
I honestly
That sounds
didn't-
nice.
Didn't consider the
There was also the
Other
sneezing
application.
one, right?
yeah. So
So
only 3 times a
the
day.
only scenario that I can think of that's like awesome is if you're in really high pressure, intense situations,
Uh-huh.
and then you're just like, boom, and then your adversary just starts sneezing.
But then
and
they
you're
sneeze
like,
on you.
Wow,
Yeah.
loser.
Yeah.
And then that's all.
Idiot keeps sneezing. You can do it
Sneeze
3
much?
times on the same person.
Yeah.
And be like, but yeah, I don't know.
Like if you're up against a gang lord and you just start making him sneeze, then what is he gonna do?
yeah,
Yeah.
you're just sneezing. You got allergies. Or
It's
something.
a
I don't
great way to get away.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you could make like boom, 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 like just sneeze. So yeah, if you're getting mugged, maybe like
Yeah.
maybe
Do you ever,
ever
if you found
yeah.
a friend that had like an obnoxiously loud sneeze, you just take them everywhere, and then when you get into a conflict, you make them sneeze, and it scares the other people.
Yeah.
you run away.
Yeah,
There's uses.
Yeah,
Could you like conduct a whole crowd of people and make them all sneeze?
oh my god,
it says you can make somebody
mass
sneeze by pointing at them. So
So you'd be jazz hands everywhere.
up to 3 people
yeah,
a
but
day.
3 times a day.
Oh,
So you
it's
could
3 times.
yeah. It is
Unlimited power.
yeah, I don't know. I think I gotta go hovering or cheese.
Gotta go.
I would
hovering.
I would say hovering's probably the most voted for too.
Just to
You
be
think
the odd man out, I'm gonna go with the lizards. It sounds
The
nice.
lizard.
I don't have anything else
I
going
mean,
on Wednesdays.
That's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
I might go the air palms.
the air palms.
That's not
Yeah.
too bad.
I mean, when it's hot out, I could just put my palms on my face.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Have a little air.
My palms are breezy.
You could just hold ice in your hand
Oh yeah,
and
Keep
just
something
like
cool.
yeah, that's good strat. Austin, you said hovering?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the number 1 is hovering.
Yeah.
1 inch off the ground. Number two is really close, and it was talking to flies. And
I think it's the
Bunch of
information thing.
yeah, the information thing. But I think people are assuming that you're able to control flies, but I don't think it's saying you can control them. It's just like you can talk to them. Like if you see them, like they're there.
That's why
No,
we
I
have
would
How?
assume if I tried to talk to one, they would do the exact opposite.
They just seem like,
yeah.
with like a Boston accent.
yeah.
Like,
Who's this guy think he is?
man, I got 24 hours left.
Yeah, what does I got 24 hours to live. I'm gonna do what you want me to do. I don't think so. Yeah. And third next to that was cheese. So
Fair.
I think there's more. I think there's a lot of applications to those 3. Honestly, I would take the wind hands over the flies, though. Like I'd
Yeah.
rather have that, but
underrated.
yeah, wind hands.
Be like a level 1 airbender.
You'd be
Yeah.
the Lord of the Flies.
I mean, you could freak some people out too. Like you could do some like Chris
That's-
Angel mind freak magic and
It's literally the hang trick. You know.
yeah, make it like yeah. All right, well that was
that was an evening with the boys.
that was it was an evening with the boys. That was we're nope.
To be continued.
Yeah, I was going to say we're back, but we've said that too many times. I hope you enjoyed it.
We're making content.
Yeah.
Whether if we're back or still going or done.
Continuing to
That's
strategize the market.
Yeah, we're
Got a lot of market research still going on.
Yeah, we got a lot of crypto to go through. We got a lot of marketing research.
The NASDAQ. You know.
NASDAQ, metaverse. Like, we got a lot to figure out, people. And you're along for the ride, so.
We're going to do it. We're going to figure it all out.
Yep. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned next week when we have it all figured out.
Go ahead and bark after dark, fallen star. I'm your one call away. Motel halls, neon walls. When night falls, I